Everyone thought the Admiral was untouchable, but the moment he asked her call sign, his knees gave way, because the name she spoke was one he was never meant to hear. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. The officers' lounge was loud with laughter that night. Old medals gleamed under the yellow light, whiskey glasses clinked against the wooden tables, and stories of past battles echoed across the room. At the center sat Admiral Harlan, a man who had seen more wars than most recruits had seen birthdays. He leaned back in his chair, smirking as his gaze fell on a woman in plain clothes. Quiet, her eyes set on the ground. She wasn't in uniform, but there was something about the way she carried herself, straight spine, controlled breathing, that made even the young lieutenants glance twice. Harlan raised his glass and chuckled. "You there? What's your call sign?" His tone was mocking, playful, the way a man talks when he believes he's in complete control. The room went still. She lifted her head. Her lips parted, and with a voice calm as iron, she said two words that cracked the air. "Iron Widow." The laughter vanished. Harlan's glass slipped from his hand and shattered against the floor. His face drained of color. He staggered back, gripping the edge of the table, as if the name itself had cut the air from his lungs. She thought she would never hear that name spoken aloud again. She thought the world had buried it with her husband, in the desert sands of Kandahar. She was wrong. The murmurs began at once, young officers whispering, veterans straightening in their seats. Some had heard rumors of a ghost unit, a mission so brutal it was stricken from the records. A woman who went in with nothing but a rifle and came out dragging 5 men to safety while the valley burned around her. But no one believed she was real. Until now, the Admiral's hand trembled against the table. He knew the story differently. He knew the classified version, the one where a woman with the call sign Iron Widow had refused to abandon her wounded when the extraction bird was already lifting off. The one where she stood against a wave of insurgents alone, buying time with her blood, until reinforcements tore through the dust storm like angels of vengeance. And Harlan remembered the report. He remembered the body count. He remembered the single photograph of her, helmet cracked, eyes burning like fire. The military had buried her name, but her legend had haunted every briefing room since. Now she stood in front of him, alive, breathing, watching his reaction with the calm patience of someone who had walked through death and come back untouched. The crowd leaned closer, their voices hushed. One young recruit whispered, "Sir, is she the one?" Another muttered, "Iron Widow isn't supposed to exist." The Admiral's throat worked, but no words came. His pride was gone, his power gone. All he could do was whisper, "I thought you were dead." Her eyes softened, just for a moment. "I was," she said. "But some debts don't let you stay buried." The silence that followed was heavy, pressing against the walls, the ceiling, even the floorboards. And then, slowly, the veterans began to rise. One by one, they stood not for the Admiral, but for her. Their salute was silent, but the weight of it filled the room like thunder. In that instant, the truth was undeniable. Honor isn't worn in medals, nor spoken in grand speeches. It lives in the quiet courage of those who never ask to be remembered, yet can never be forgotten. Because courage doesn't fade, it waits, and it rises again when the world least expects it. And just like that, the woman once buried by silence became the story every soul in that room would carry for the rest of their lives. Because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. And sometimes, the names we thought were gone forever return to remind us that legends never really die. If this story moved you, share your thoughts below, and if you want more powerful stories like this one, make sure you subscribe. Your support means the world.